Hi there, ready to get started. Welcome, welcome everyone to the mansion at Oyster Bay here in Woodbury, to the News 12 Long Island Bethpage Federal Credit Union Scholar Athlete Banquet for 2019. It is so great to have everybody here. We did it this year. We are 30 for 30 scholar athletes, and all of you are here right now. So congratulations and thank you for coming. I'm News 12 Sports Director Kevin Marr. To the scholar athletes, of the 30 of you, I'm proud to say I met 25 of you during the year. That's an all-time high for me. To the 5 of you I didn't meet, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is going to be, and I've said this I think to every scholar athlete that I met, the most fun, formal banquet you will go to. You're all seniors. I know, you're checked out, you're done. You're done with school. So we have to keep this lively. You know, millennials, we got the whole thing for you. We're going to capture your attention. We're going to have a great night. First, let me get to some thank yous. First of all, to Bethpage Federal Credit Union for being a terrific sponsor of this award. So great to work with. The group is all over there. We'll introduce you to them later, but thank them for the $30,000 in scholarships. And to the high school athletic directors, thank you so much. Some of you have been longtime supporters of this award. You're with us here tonight. We thank you for nominating these scholar athletes. To the coaches who work so hard to make these athletes great leaders in the halls and great leaders on your field, you did not make this easy trying to select 30 of the pile of applicants we got. And to the parents who molded the winners here tonight into great young men and women, you spent hours in the stands, in the car, on the sidelines, rooting. Many of you are going to kiss these kids goodbye in less than 2 months. I'm glad we could give you this night to share together, so thank you so much for coming. Okay, now to our 30 scholar athletes. From October to May, from Sewanee to Sag Harbor, we went looking for the best and brightest on Long Island that fit our criteria, and here you are. You'll notice in the program, and everybody always asks me this, we don't do half Suffolk, we don't do half Nassau, we don't do 15 boys and 15 girls. It was close this year, but for the second consecutive year, girls rule. 16 to 14. You are 30 winners nominated by your schools that thought you were the best of the best. And we have a great group. We have national champions, state champions, multiple Eagle Scouts, hospital volunteers, peer counselors, class presidents, youth coaches, dancers, an Adventureland worker, a Rubik's Cube whiz. You've built houses and schools. You raised money for hurricane relief. You played Carnegie Hall. You went to Boys State, the Model UN. One of you is the North Shore Animal League Youth Volunteer of the Year. Another is the Gatorade State Football Player of the Year. Your science research is so intense that when I Googled it, Google was like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. And you play so many instruments that if we had time tonight, we could have one hell of a band in here and have a nice dance floor, but we don't have time. And it's been our pleasure to share all of your achievements with all of Long Island, so again, congratulations. Now, this year, you were also our guinea pigs. We tried something different with this award, and all of you participated, and we thank you for that. I came up with the idea of the Scholar Athlete Quiz, and it was something we put on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, because let's face it, you're all great athletes and you're all smarty pants. There's got to be something else to you all that we wanted to find out, so we figured out how can we do this. So it was this wild, wacky, part trivia, part dare contest, and we were going to embarrass you on social media and your friends could all see it, and all of you went along with it, which we couldn't believe. So thank you very much for doing that. No questions were off limits, although we did have one girl say, please don't use that one. We won't say her name. But let's just say you nailed these quizzes. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, I jinxed it too. I said we've never had a problem at this banquet, ever.
At me throughout the phone call.
You know, Mom might watch this, right?
Yeah.
Your name comes from the Latin word benedictus. What does that mean?
So Benedictus is a combination of bene and dicte, and bene.
I thought I was going to stump you on that.
Messiah.
You can say goodbye and you can say hello, but you'll always find your way back home.
Silent night, holy night. I can see the angels.
Sing us the song of the piano man.
Your nickname is Smushy. How easy can you smush an orange? What store at the mall always lures you in?
Lululemon.
Not one of Kevin Marr's favorites, but okay. For a guy in his early 40s who's about 5'7" and exercises but has let himself slide a little bit, pull off the Speedo in the pool. Absolutely. Nice. Who is your favorite sportscaster?
My favorite? Jessica Mendoza. She was on.
This is over. This is over.
So those are just a few of the highlights, and let's be honest, I just like karaoke. It's the only reason we did it. I just wanted to sing with all of you, so thank you. I also need to thank some of my News 12 colleagues, some of whom are here tonight. Let me first start with cameraman Dave Dodds, the man behind the camera for nearly all of our school visits, and Dave was really the whiz of the editing and all those things. So is Dave here? I'm not sure if he's here right now, but he will be here, so we thank him. Milan Kranchich, Brian Tromp, Stephanie Speranza, Robin Lampant-Damazi, Alan Tingay, Pel Pellegrino, Lou Germanico for helping coordinate this event, to Jamie Stewart, and also cameraman Anthony Sandy for getting to the shoots Dave and I could not get to, and also Jim Whiteman, our news director, for his support of this award. And right now I want to welcome to the stage the president of News 12 Networks, Michael Schreiber.
Great. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me here today. I think from my perspective, I first wanted to not only thank Kevin for being such a great host and really leading all of the scholar-athlete efforts throughout the year, but I want to just thank our community and our viewers. We wouldn't be where we are as News 12 without our community, all of you watching and supporting us, and that's probably the biggest success factor for us. If you think about it from a News 12 perspective, every morning we beat shows like Today's Show, Good Morning America, and it's not necessarily because we are pushing the most resources. It's really because of our community, and it's all of you. So whether it's the students, the parents, everybody in the community, the politicians, etc., everybody's supporting our local news. We like to keep it local, stay hyper-local, focus on Long Island, and that's really what works for us. So we really appreciate all of your support and continued support for the mission of News 12. So thank you for that. And also thank you to Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Again, I know Kevin mentioned it, but thank you for your support as well. We appreciate that. The students and all the scholars appreciate that as well. So thank you there. But this has been the 23rd year for Scholar Athlete. Pretty amazing run here. Raised almost $400,000 over those years, which is really impressive. Not only that, but the Scholar Athlete in Long Island has inspired a number of other Scholar Athlete programs throughout News 12. We have regions in New Jersey and the Bronx, etc. So this Long Island effort has further inspired those efforts. Even more so, we actually had a former Long Island Scholar Athlete who then became a coach and started nominating his students to be Scholar Athletes in another region, in our Bronx, News 12 Bronx region. So you can just see the power of all the students here that get nominated and awarded and sort of what they do in the community afterwards, including giving back, being a coach, and continuing to be a part of Scholar Athlete, even as the coach element to this award. So the other thing I wanted to point out, of course, is not only we have amazing Scholar Athletes, but the students that were selected by the team and Kevin are really not only have achievements on the field, but also achievements in their school. It's just really good citizens, school citizens, and part of the community. So that's an important piece of the selection here, not just athletics and academics. So please keep that in mind and really appreciate and congratulate everybody on that. The last thing to mention is I think we have a number of siblings that are winning the Scholar Athlete and have a sibling that also won. So that's a really amazing feat, not only for the Scholar Athletes who won, but I think it's even more kudos for the parents to have multiple Scholar Athletes. So really impressive.
Tonight there are two of those.
Two of those.
Two legacies in the room.
Two legacies. Very impressive. So I'm gonna step away here, but I just wanted to say thank you again and congrats to you all. I'm gonna bring up Jim Whiteman, who runs News 12 Long Island for us. Jim has been a 30-year Long Island news veteran. His whole career has been focused on news in Long Island. So he started as a part-time photographer 30 years ago. For us in News 12, and now runs the whole show here in Long Island. So thank you, Jim, and I'll bring you up and say a few words.
Thank you, everybody. Over the next couple of hours, you're going to hear Kevin Marr tell you how you're the best that Long Island has to offer, and I think that's really fair. You're the best students, the best parents also, and the best coaches. So I think that's really great. But did you know that you are also in the presence of the best sportscaster in this market, Kevin Marr? And you know, it's not just me who thinks that. It's the New York Academy of Television Arts and Sciences last month awarded Kevin the Emmy Award for the best sports anchor in New York. And that's a pretty great accomplishment. They also awarded him the Emmy for the best sports reporter in New York, which is also pretty great. And I'll tell you this, that in the 9 years that Kevin has been our sports director, he's won a total of 12 Emmy Awards in the #1 market. Pretty incredible stuff. Last week, he also picked up some other awards. He got Press Club Awards from the Long Island Press Club. He got Associated Press Awards. He's the guy who anchors News 12's coverage of the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Stanley Cups, playoffs. But most importantly, he also takes care of our coverage of the high school sports championships, and that's probably where you guys all know him from. He's great at finding and telling stories about Long Island, about our weekend warriors and unsung sports heroes. And Kevin is the ultimate champion of the Scholar Athlete Award. So turn it back over to Kevin Marr right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your round of applause. I appreciate it. The nice thing about winning Emmy Awards is you get to share them because not many people get to see them. So there we go. I keep it in the trunk of my car. It's a great conversation starter. No. Actually, today I brought this Emmy to somebody that we did a story with. I feel that you should share it with the people that let you tell their stories. And I said, you know what? I've never done this before. I'll bring it to the banquet. I'm going to leave it up here. Come touch it, take photos with it, tell your friends you went to the Emmys and you had this great night. And oh my God, I met the guys from Game of Thrones. Oh, look at their Emmys. So I'm going to leave it up here. Feel free. Serious, just don't take it. I'll take it. I only got 11 others. But it will be up here. Please feel free to take photos. Now, we mentioned Bethpage Federal Credit Union being our great sponsor here. BFCU is now in its 78th year of banking. It's the largest credit union in the Northeast. It's a slogan that's great. It's we care about what you care about. And those things include Long Island, your homes, your children, and your children's educations, obviously. It's why Bethpage Federal Credit Union got involved with us and has remained with us, and I hope they'll stay with us for years and years to come. They are great sponsors. They're awesome to work with. And many of their representatives who came to the schools to present the awards are here tonight, along with Caitlin Dorr, who helped coordinate those visits. Caitlin and I are like email buddies. I think we're best friends on email. Jerry Schmidt, the Senior Vice President of Marketing. The Vice President of Retail Banking at BFCU, Vernon Williams. He's in your program. In hockey terms, he's a last-minute scratch. So please welcome Kanaya Infante, BFCU's Vice President of Brand Strategy, to talk to you. God, you won! You won!
Thank you, Kevin. Good evening. My name is Kania Infante, and I serve, as Kevin mentioned, as Vice President of Brand Strategy for Bethpage Federal Credit Union. On behalf of Bethpage, I want to congratulate all the honorees. Can we give them a hand? This is impressive. It's truly an honor to serve as a sponsor of this event and to share the joy of tonight's celebration with all of you. Bethpage Federal Credit Union has been involved supporting this program, the Scholar Athlete Award program, for the last 3 years. With each year, we continue to be amazed at the accomplishments that these scholars do on and off the field. It's really impressive. We have stories with the team, and we go back and we talk about it for days, how impressed we are with all of you. As many of you know, Bethpage is a full-service financial institution with 34 locations across Long Island. Our vision is to enrich the lives of our members, our employees, and the communities we serve. The Scholar Athlete Program is aligned with this vision. Each student we honor tonight serves as a shining example of academic success, athleticism and teamwork, and the service that they do to the community. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge my colleagues, they're on table 12, who are here. Kevin mentioned a few of them. They have made this program successful and represented Bethpage in so many ways. Caitlin, thank you, Caitlin Dorr. She made sure those checks that you guys will be getting tonight were set up. So thank you, guys. And lastly, to the students, your future is bright. It gives me hope to see so many of you from our local neighborhoods of Long Island embark in this exciting new journey. I wish you all tons of success. And again, thank you for allowing Bethpage Federal Credit Union to share this evening with you. Congratulations to the schools, the families, and the students. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, and now we'll get to the good stuff. Here's how the program's going to work tonight. Some kids have to actually leave our banquet because they're so talented, they're demanded at other banquets tonight. So we're going to accommodate them, but I will tell them, this is the best one. I'll give you 5 seconds to change your mind. You can stay. It's good food. Look at this joint. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to call some of the kids up now. We'll present them. To the student athletes, I emailed all of you and said, we're going to give you a chance to speak. Everybody get the email? All right. So when you come up, the way to work is please come up. Kanaya or somebody from the bank will present you with your certificate, and see the little envelope sticking out? That is the check for $1,000. They are live checks. They are good to go. Student athletes, parents, make sure you take the checks. You can leave the student athlete. They'll come home to you eventually. The check might not get to you, so please take those with you. So we'll honor a few of you. We'll break for dinner. When we have dinner, we're going to call the scholar athletes to eat first. Then eventually we're going to call them back into the room we were in and take a group photo. Mom and Dad, you can come in and take the photo as well. We'll honor some more scholar athletes after dinner. We'll break for dessert, and then we'll honor the last group, okay? All right, good to go. So let's bring up our first scholar athlete. Our first scholar athlete is the father of badminton at Plainview JFK High School. That's because his teammates say he acts like the team dad. But it's also because he created the team. He started those efforts in 6th grade. It took 5 years, but he finally got it done. Since day one, his coach says he's been the best player on the team, slamming the shuttlecock with his signature headband. And this season, he helped the Hawks become undefeated conference champs. He earned all conference and all county honors. He also has a passion for the arts. He's an all-county trombonist and a field major in the marching band. He also plays bass guitar and sings in a few a cappella groups. He's also a science buff, having done research on particle physics, astrology, X-ray imaging, and ramjet fusion engines. What did you do when you were 18? He took part in the Model United Nations Conference and also did some charity Christmas caroling around Long Island. From Plainview JFK High School and going to Hamilton College, here's Joshua Martin.
Thank you so much. I'd just like to say that when I started all this badminton stuff 6 years ago, I had absolutely no idea that I was going to be taken here. After all this time, it was going to... Yes,
You're so good you can play the music even without an instrument.
Yes. So I think it goes without saying that I would first like to thank News 12, the entire Scholar Athlete program in general, and of course Kevin, who's won 12 Emmys, which is incredible. So I'm going to try to make this brief because we got a long night ahead of us. There are a few people that I would like to give extra notes about because they deserve it just as much or more than I do. First of all, Mr. Eric Brooks, who is here tonight. He is the actual founder of the badminton program at the middle school. This was many years ago, long before I got here, and he deserves just as much recognition. He's the reason that I started everything that I did. He's the one that got me into everything. This entire badminton program would not exist without him, and so many people's lives who have been changed because of it would also, they should dedicate that to him. Long before they should dedicate it to me. Secondly, I would like to thank my coach, Jenna Cavuto. Not sure exactly where she is right now, but I would still like to thank her. Badminton, as I'm sure many of you guys know, is a sport that many people might not take incredibly seriously. Some people might think that it's not a game on the level of athleticism or skills that others take. But with her leadership and her coaching, she gave it the intensity and the dedication that anyone would give to any varsity sport. And it's the reason that both the boys and girls team, in their second year, both won conference champs. I think that is entirely due to her and her hard work and her motivating all of us in order to become better. Finally, I would like to thank my parents, who raised me to become such a nerd that I chose badminton. But on a more serious note, I would like to say that, Dad, even though you might not physically be here right now, it is because of you that I am where I am today, and I'm never going to forget that. So thank you. Thank you all.
So let me introduce you to something about this banquet. They give me a drawer here. So this is the Kevin Marr drawer of fun. I told you, this is not your average banquet. We have surprises for nearly every single one of you. So Josh, when I interviewed him, I said, dude, what's up with the headband? He's like, oh, that unleashes the beast in badminton. Okay, there's a beast in badminton. So Josh is going to Hamilton College, and the colors are blue and gold. So I got you a special new headband, a blue headband, so that when you show up at Hamilton, the beast will be unleashed. Okay. He's not a member of the Avengers, but our next winner is like the high school Hulk. If it's heavy and you can throw it, he'll do it. He's all Long Island and all county in the weight throw, and also qualified for the state meet and the Junior Olympics. He's also ranked in the hammer throw top 10 and throws the shot put as well. And his coach just told me today he was named Nassau County's Field Athlete of the Year. He's captain of the track teams and won the Nassau County Medal for Team Leadership. He served in student government every year and was the senior class treasurer. He's also senior patrol leader for his Boy Scout troop and an Eagle Scout. He's in the Chinese Club and the Chinese Honor Society and visited China on a class trip. He has a 98 unweighted average and scored 1,500 on his SAT. From Massapequa High School, headed to Lafayette University, here's Devin Rosemarin.
Hello, everyone. Well, I am not much of a public speaker, so this will be very short. I would like to thank Kevin Marr, the entire News 12, the Bethpage Federal Credit Union for giving me this award. But I'd also like to thank my parents and my coaches for all the opportunities they gave me this season. I went to some very cool meets, through with some very highly ranked people, and those are some experiences that I'm very happy to have had. That's about it.
Our next scholar athlete joined the Manhasset track team because he said his parents made him. Well, Mom and Dad, good choice. Well done. All this guy has done is rack up the honors, all division, all conference, and all county. He was one of the best in Nassau County in the 1,000 meter and also anchored the team's 4x800 meter relay team. And that squad medaled at the New Balance Indoor National Championships, which if you know track, that's the top one. He won the team award for leadership and service. He was co-president of the student leadership team and the school's feminist club. Last summer, he was selected to attend the prestigious Boys State Leadership Program, where he was made state senator. He was also a lector at St. Mary's Cathedral. He leaves high school with a 3.6 unweighted average, and he aced the ACT. Dude nailed it. He'll attend Fordham University in the fall. From Manhasset High School, here's Benedict Riley. Need the steps to the man.
Hello. I wanted to say I'm really proud to be able to stand up here. I'm really proud to be able to call myself a student athlete. I'm really proud to be able to look out amongst all these great young men and women and call myself one of you. I know I wouldn't be able to get here without, as you said, my parents. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for really forcing me to get out there. It was a struggle. Came in last for the first few races. Thank you to Coach Steiner and the whole coaching staff at Manhasset High School for all that they do to make me a better person, a better athlete. And thank you to News 12 and to Bethpage Federal Credit Union for making this all possible. Thank you.
So when we gave Ben his scholar quiz, I didn't do it. Jamie Stewart gave him the quiz, and we asked you, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 2 foods would you bring with you? And I'm thinking like chocolate, something else. Do you remember what you said? Hummus and orange juice. You'll be the healthiest castaway since Tom Cruise in that dang movie. So, I went to the store, I got you classic hummus, just in case you end up on that island. I want to make sure you're okay for the rest of your life.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Just a couple other things I forgot to mention. To the student athletes, your parents always say, get off the phone, get off the phone, get off the phone, right? I've got a 14-year-old, trust me, it's like I just want a sign that I could get off the phone, get off the phone. You can get on your phone here, by the way. We want you to take as many photos, selfies, whatever you want to take. On the back of your program, if you'll look, there is my Twitter handle and News 12, and I think we have News 12 Scholar for hashtags. Tag all your photos with them. And you can bring your phone up here, and we can take selfies if you want with the Emmy. You can just take a selfie with me. And we can rub it into all your friends. In fact, I brought selfie sticks. These have been around. So this one says Living Legends. This one says High Five for me. This one says Being Smart Pays. Brains and brawn equal scholar athlete. You can use that one. This is a good one. Mom and Dad's favorite, if you have siblings. And best banquet ever. So I'll leave these up here. Bring your phone up. I'll take the photo with you. I should also point out the gentleman back there on the camera is Pat Mantle. Say hi, Pat. So we are videotaping this entire ceremony. We will put this up on YouTube. There'll be an article on news12.com about the banquet, and embedded in there will be a link to click, and you can watch this whole grandma, she's not here, aunt and uncle, Aunt Tilly down in Florida, tell her to queue up to 23 minutes in, there I am. So that'll be up. Just give us a couple days, it takes a little while, okay? Okay, so one thing we do every year that makes this banquet a little different than the others is, every year we honor 30 great kids, and 30 great scholar athletes that will go on to college, and you're all probably very nervous right now. For some of you, you might be looking at the fact that you'll be away from home for the first time for an extended period. What's college like? Amazing classes. Shout out to leaving home for a long time. So what we always do is we bring back one winner from last year to describe what it's like being in college. What's the college experience like? How do you handle classwork? How do you get involved? What happens if you miss mom and dad? And we've got a great winner for you. This is one of my all-time favorite scholar athletes. You know, and the nice thing about this award is we look for kids who are unique. And when we met Frank Percassi last year, he was so unique. He's super terrific. In fact, he's in the Guinness World Record book for most cereal boxes toppled in a domino fashion. Look it up, he's in it. In fact, he and his friends broke the record last year and donated the cereal to hurricane victims in Florida and Puerto Rico. And in case you're wondering, they used 3,400 boxes of cereal. His steady hands also won in recognition as a member of Nassau's Golden 11 Scholar Athlete football team. He was also All Long Island and All County, an award recipient, and one of Newsday's football players to watch. He was a two-time class president, a DJ, he teaches piano lessons, and that's him, the world's largest Easter bunny. He visits nursing homes dressed up as the Easter bunny. It's crazy. He had a 95 unweighted average in high school, and he is currently attending Binghamton University's School of Management. From Cary High School, please welcome Frank Percassi.
Can you guys hear me? Is this good? I got it. All right, I'll just lead into it. Okay, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good night. First, I want to start off by congratulating all the scholar athletes. This is an incredible accomplishment and something you all should be proud of. I also want to say a quick thank you to Kevin for having me. Very excited to be here. Fun fact about Kevin. Last year, I remember when he made my video, I was playing ukulele for him, and he was skipping down the hallway. It's really funny. Yeah, we were skipping down the hallway together. It was a good time. I had fun. Me too. So I remember it was 2 a.m. when I first saw Kevin's email that had been coming in, and I was at the library studying, super stressed about finals. And I read the email, and I was suddenly really excited, happy to come back, share some of my experiences, and give some advice to incoming freshmen at college. So I compiled 5 tips that I'd like to share with all of you. So tip 1, try new things. Going to college, it's very important that you put yourself out there and you're not afraid to really go after your dreams, try new things, maybe try out for some clubs that might spark your interest, maybe pursue a minor that might spark your interest. For me, I remember joining a club called Binghamton Night Live, which was based off Saturday Night Live. Something I had a little bit of interest in, wasn't sure if it was for me, but had a great time, made new friends doing it. Tip number 2, make your own opportunities. So one thing that Binghamton University didn't have that I was interested in was a sports management group. And so instead, I got a couple of my friends together, and we ended up making it together. And we have about 50 new members, so it's something that's up and coming, really proud of it. And so when there's not an opportunity at your school, don't be afraid to make the opportunity. And you might even find other people that are willing to do it with you. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to fail. So if you're afraid to fail, you'll never really maximize your potential and never really get the full college experience. Something for me, I knew I always wanted to try out to be an RA, but at Binghamton, there was a 3% acceptance to become an RA. But nevertheless, I gave it a shot, and it turns out I ended up getting it, and I'll be an RA in the fall. Tip number 4, build new relationships. As you walk around campus, you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know how you can impact their life or how they can impact your life. This goes with students, with teachers, with friends. You never know who will become your best friend, and you never know what teacher might guide you in the right direction into your dreams. And my last tip is to enjoy every moment. My freshman year really flew by really quickly. 1 second, you're moving in and crying because you're not going to see your parents anymore. And the next second, you're crying because you're not going to see your friends for the rest of the summer. But yeah, so I want to say one final congrats to all the Scholar athletes. You guys have a lot to be proud of. Congratulations. And one more thank you to Kevin for having me come tonight. Thank you.
I also have Mr. Marr's box o' fun back there. So I did this for last year for Frank because I'm just so enamored with his world record-breaking cereal boxes, but I knew he was in the dorm, so last year I said, Frank, I can't get you big boxes of cereal, so I can get you little boxes of cereal. So we have little boxes of cereal for you for sophomore year. And hang on. And for coming, where's all the Binghamton guys? Where's my guys going to Binghamton? 1, Jackson, where are you? 2, 3. So we have 3 Binghamton guys. Frank will only charge you $95 to drive you home when you want to. And also, I got you a Tully's gift card.
Oh, thank you.
Tell everybody what Tully's is.
Should I speak to the mic?
Sure.
Tully's is a really good place that has like the best chicken nuggets and French fries on campus, so you gotta go. Highly recommend it.
It is a staple of upstate New York, and they're right in the food court area, so you use that and house down those chicken nuggets.
Thank you.
Okay, from one Binghamton guy to another. Let's continue on honoring our 30 Scholar athletes. In today's day and age, 3-sport athletes are a rare breed, but our next Scholar athlete is one of them. Not only does he play them, he's captain of all 3, soccer, basketball, and track. He earned all league honors in soccer. His best sport is track, though. He's an all-county runner and school record holder in the pentathlon. In fact, he broke that record twice. He also helped the 4x400 relay team qualify for the Milrose Games, and he'll run for Binghamton University. He's secretary of the DECA Club and the senior class president. He plays the saxophone. He's section leader of the marching band. He also did science research. He's on the science research committee, studying things like mercury levels in soils and how the elements found in someone's hair can determine how they will do in school. He's ranked in the top 10 in his class with a 99 average and scored 1360 on his SATs. He's so smart, his last name is Bright. From Copeg High School, here is Jackson Bright.
That is not an original, by the way. I've heard that one so many times. Well, an event like this, I feel like a lot of the attention automatically goes on to the person receiving the award, when in reality, when receiving an award for being well-rounded, I think it's important to recognize all the people that have helped me get here. So it's more than just one coach or a parent, but I really want to thank all the people who have guided me and given me support along my journey. Of course, thank you to Bethpage Federal Credit Union and News 12. And thank you.
Jackson, come here. I got to go into Mr. Marr's draw of fun for you. Okay, so when I met Jackson, he was telling me that sometimes he got so nervous that, did you vomit before a race, or you almost vomited after a race? Okay, well, you're going to college, you're going to run, so I happen to be on a plane. So I got the barf bag for you, and I put a Binghamton logo on it, so you can go. And inside for Jackson, as we said, when it came to the Scholar Athlete segments, every single one we posted on news12.com, and we can track who watches. I'm happy to tell you that Jackson was the most viewed segment on news12.com, so you also get a Subway gift card. Don't use the gift card before you run, because then you got to use the barf bag, and it's the whole thing. Okay. Our next honoree set the bar high for all of this year's winners because she was the first one we honored. She's a volleyball MVP, earning all county and all class honors. A powerhouse player, she led her team in aces and kills for the past 3 seasons. She also plays club volleyball and helped her team make the junior national championships. But as her coach wrote in her nominating essay, quote, "This young woman is far from vanilla. She has a 96 GPA and wrote in her 96 GPA and almost aced the SAT, coming up 70 points short. She's the editor of the school's art magazine and used her art to create henna tattoos at the Seacliff Fair. The only thing she asked in return was for people to donate to hurricane relief in Puerto Rico, and those tattoos raised close to $1,000. She was also asked to paint a gift for the outgoing superintendent. She's active in her church youth group and helps homeless people in New York City. She's also an entrepreneur, creating a business painting water bottles. She buys them plain and turns them into things of beauty. She'll create them for anyone who asks, and yes, she will take requests. From North Shore High School and going to the University of Buffalo, here's Milagros Bushfreres.
Hi, everybody. All right. Obviously, I'd love to thank my parents. Stop laughing. I wouldn't be here without you guys, literally. And you've always encouraged in me a sense of exploration and unyielding curiosity, so thank you so much. I'd like to thank my coach, Masai, for sticking with me since I was an 8th grader. I know I can be a bit treacherous, so thank you for that. And they're not here, but all of my teachers at North Shore have been so helpful in encouraging a sense of curiosity and passion for both the arts and academics that I have found so helpful, and I can't wait to pursue both in my future. And also, thank you so much to Kevin and Bethpage Federal Credit Union. This is such an honor. Thank you guys so much.
So again, right, the unique, it's the nuggets that make these kids so different. Mr. Bob Wolf, who was the sportscaster before me at News 12, used to say when we were looking for these kids, what's the nuggets? What makes them different than everybody else? And I just thought the painting water bottles was so great, so I bought you some canvases. So you have this one, and this one. So you have some extra canvases to paint with, okay? St. Anthony's High School is known for producing great athletes, and this one might be the class, or in the class, of 2019. He was the Class AA Catholic League Football Player of the Year, earning all-state honors. He was the Friars quarterback who could do it all, running and passing. He racked up more than 3,000 total yards and had 37 touchdowns, and he helped St. Anthony's win the regular season championship and was a finalist for Suffolk County Player of the Year. He also plays lacrosse. He's the Friars captain and was the Catholic League Long Stick Midfielder of the Year, and his team just won another championship. His coach told us, this guy is so smart, he often corrects himself before the coaches even do it. And speaking of smart, he's also a team leader of the Science Research Group, and he's a 2-time winner at the Toshiba Exploravision Competition for Future Ideas. He designed a recycling plant that makes its own energy. It's genius. And water pipes that can be regenerated using electromagnetic energy. He has a 97 average and scored 1430 on the SAT. He'll play lacrosse at Harvard University next year. Please welcome Greg Campisi from St. Anthony's High School.
All right. Not gonna lie, I might have been a little underprepared for this, so thank you a ton, Kevin, whole News 12 group, Bethpage Fellow Credit Union. Just thank you a ton. It's a total honor, especially going through high school and just trying to be the best person I can be on and off the field, in the classroom, and it's always humbling receiving an award like this. So many other kids that are just absolutely talented in every which way. I want to thank Mr. Minucci, the AD. He's been tremendous help. I want to thank both my coaches, particularly Weiserick and Coach Reichert. They aren't here today, but they're two men that really epitomize what it means to be a real class act, how to be really good people. So I think they've been great role models for me. I'm going to just keep following in that way. My dad's here. I want to thank you for being there the whole time since I was a little youngin'. And yeah, thank you, everybody.
So, Greg said he was unprepared, but I got to be honest with you, he's really good on television. And we learned that last week. We have this segment that we call the student takeover. So what we do is we send a camera out to the school, and that's the reason why we do it. We ask one student to interview his teammates, and we just hand him the mic and say, go to it, do what you want to do. So he hasn't seen this yet. But at St. Anthony's, you think it's all button up, right? Oh no. I don't know what they're doing over there on Wolf Hill Road, but we're going to show Greg. He hasn't seen this, so this is just a small clip. The rest of it will air this week. Let's roll it.
Camp Easy, co-captain Sandy's boys lacrosse team, come meet the state champs. I'm with co-captain Jake Bonomi. Tell me, who has the best hair on the team?
It's me, by far. It's the confidence, baby. It's everything about the... I can't.
All right, I'm here with Chris Pierce. Who's the best bowler on the team? I don't know, it's tough. How about you say we find out, huh? Got a 710. That's a look at some of our dogs. Now back to you in the studio.
So he did such a great job. He did such a great job that we're going to make him an honorary News 12 reporter. So I have your reporter notebook for News 12, and you get the honorary News 12 t-shirt. And you can wear that anytime. Great job. And here's a hint. We have somebody else in this room that did one of those, and you'll see that coming up in a little bit. It's a fun segment. And again, thanks to cameraman Dave Dodds, who really helped out with that segment. Okay, if you fractured your spine during a gymnastics routine, would you go back to that sport? And then would you try your hand at pole vaulting? Now, you're probably thinking, oh, heck no. But our next scholar athlete said, yes, absolutely. She's a two-time all-county gymnast, and when she started pole vaulting as a junior, she not only earned all-county honors, she broke the school record. She won the division title this year at 10 feet, 4 inches. And because she had so much experience with physical therapy and doctor's appointments after hurting her spine, she wants to be an orthopedist. She was a member of the Student Council and Habitat for Humanity. She has a 4.4 GPA and scored 1,500 on the SAT. From Smithtown High School West and going to the University of Buffalo, here's Emily Eng.
First, I'd like to say thank you to News 12 and the Beth Page Federal Credit Union for this honor and this great banquet. Then I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and giving me the confidence to succeed in and out of sports. Thank you to my gymnastics coaches, Egan and Fast, for guiding me in a lot more than just gymnastics since I was in 8th grade and for helping me back from my back injury. Thank you to Coach Stein, Coach V, and Coach Cerullo for helping me find my full potential in track, which was a new sport for me just last year. And I'd also like to say thank you to my coach, Nick, who gave me a place to practice and gave everything that he had to help me improve every week. So without them, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
Okay, our next scholar athlete has taken her Elmont High School teams to new heights. As a junior, she helped the Lady Spartans lacrosse team make the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. They also won their first playoff game. On the volleyball court, she helped her team win a league championship for the first time in 16 years. She's a 5-year varsity player, a 2-time MVP, and earned all-county honors this season. She is in the Key Club, and she's secretary of the Honor Society. She's also a member of her church dance ministry and an usher. Her full name is Oluwatobi, which means God is great. Her friends call her Toby, and I guess they think she's okay. She graduated with a 99 unweighted average, Toby, I'm kidding, from Elmont High School and headed to Stony Brook University. Here is Toby Faduba.
good evening, everyone. In receiving this award, I first want to thank the Lord above because I know that without him, I am nothing. He is the reason why I have the opportunity to be here, and I'm eternally grateful. I want to thank Kevin, News 12, and Bethpage Federal Credit Union as well. And I also want to thank my family for being my main support and for constantly motivating me to excel in both my athletics and academics. And to my athletic director, Mr. Agostino, thank you so much for all that you do for Elma Athletics and for having such a positive impact on us athletes. You're greatly appreciated. And now I want to say a big thank you to the best coach of all time, Ms. Ainello. She is the reason why I even applied for the News 12 Scholar Athlete Award. Ms. Ainello helped shape me into the athlete I am today, and she truly has a heart made of gold. I'll greatly miss playing for her, and once again, I want to say thank you to everyone here, and have a good night.
Now, when I gave Toby her quiz, she was one of the first ones, and I asked you a question. Come here for a second. It was in the video, but we kind of lost the volume. I said, if you crash the car, who do you call first, mom or dad, and why? And you said?
My dad.
Why?
I feel like he's gonna be more lenient than my mom.
The answer was because my mom would just yell at me. So, did that go over well with mom?
She knows that.
She knows it's the truth?
She knows, yeah.
Well, we got to fix it a little bit. So I got something for us. Okay? Okay. So what I got, and this is not for you, it's for mom. Because we want mom to know that we were only kidding, even though you probably weren't. It says, blessed mama. So we got this for you, because you're blessed to have a daughter this great. And we got you a little chocolate bar, too, to put in there. Okay, I hope she's not mad at us. No, we're good. Mom, we good? We're good. We're good. I tried to find you world's best mom, but it's Father's Day week. You know how difficult it is to find a mom mug in Father's Day week? Last year we had a girl, and we had to get her an advent calendar in June. Do you know how hard that is? Like eBay. eBay replies, what are you doing, you idiot? Never mind. Okay, on April 8th, our next scholar athlete became the all-time leading scorer in Hicksville girls lacrosse history. 191 goals, and she leaves with more than 200 in her career. In one game alone this year, she scored 9 times. She's been a varsity player since 8th grade and an all-county player since 9th grade. She also coaches lacrosse for the Hicksville PAL. She's a 4-year varsity runner on the cross-country team. She's captain of the winter track team and the mile specialist and 2-time team MVP. She's also a volunteer around town, helping at North Shore Hospital and Atria Assisted Living. She also chips in at the Association for Children with Down Syndrome. She's an altar server at her church and a member of the Key Club. She has a 95 unweighted average and will play lacrosse next year for Stony Brook University. Here's Karen Heuser from Hicksville High School.
Hi, everyone. I want to congratulate everyone here tonight, and I would like to thank News 12, Kevin Marr, and Bethpage Federal Credit Union, my family, and my coaches as well. Now to Coach Ostroff, my favorite coach ever. I also had the pleasure of interning for him in school. You have been the best coach ever, and I greatly appreciate everything you do. You made me love running to a point where I run during my lunch periods and get called crazy every single day for doing it. And thank you for letting me participate in random runs and inspiring me to do everything that I can. Thanks for being my running buddy and teaching me the true meaning of hard work and dedication. You motivated me not to only work hard in track, but also on the lacrosse field and in school. As my running career has come to an end, I will always remember the love I had for running and can't wait to use my speed on the lacrosse field at Stony Brook. Now to my parents, especially my sister and my mom, you guys have made my years at Hicksville so memorable, and without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. You guys are my #1 fans, and I appreciate everything. Now, when I did get this award, I was excited, but I think my mom was the most excited because she's a total fangirl of Kevin Marr. And so this one is for you, Mom. Thanks again, and good luck to everyone here. And congrats on everything, and congrats on... end it like that. Thank you.
How you doing, Mom? Christmas card this year, me and you. Now, Karen's from Hicksville, and when we gave her quiz, not only did we talk about Lululemon, which is really awkward for me, I said, you're from Hicksville, that's where Billy Joel's from. Can you name any Billy Joel songs? Wouldn't it be great if Billy Joel was out there?
No, it would not be.
Wouldn't it be great? Billy Joel's a big fan of News 12.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be great if he was there. He's not, but it would be awesome if he was here. It'd be great. I mean, like, we would never have another banquet again if Billy Joel was here. But Karen also wears the hot green socks when you play, right? Well, those are so high school, Karen. So we can't do that anymore. Coach Spallina, I emailed him. I said, Coach Joe Spallina over at Stony Brook. I said, Coach, hot green? He goes, no, we don't do hot green here. That's high school. So I got you polka dot socks. So you can wear those, okay? And there's a little bit of Stony Brook colors, and Coach says it's all right. Billy Joel. Our next winner is all business in 3 sports and a member of the Future Business Leaders of America. Now, we mentioned 3 sports athletes are rare. She's even more rare because she's all county in 3 sports: soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. She's the captain of all 3 teams and will play lacrosse for Hofstra University after committing to the Pride in 10th grade. She's a member of 6 honor societies and coaches in the Comac Little Cougars Basketball League. And over the weekend, she won the Delicave Award, given to Suffolk County's top scholar athlete, or as we call it, the second best scholar athlete award on Long Island. She is a peer tutor and the senior class secretary, combining with her twin sister, the senior class president, to, I guess, rule the school. And for the last 3 years, she has participated in the Sounds of Silence 5K run at Jones Beach, raising money for the Postpartum Resource Center in New York City. She has a 95 unweighted average and scored 1290 on the SAT. From Comac High School, here's Katie Kelly.
Hello, I'm Katie. I just want to say thank you to Kevin Maurer and News 12 for allowing me to be here tonight. A special thank you to my athletic director for putting me up for this prestigious award. I want to say thank you to my parents for always guiding me and being an inspiration to what a true scholar athlete should be. And I have a twin sister, so I think that she deserves a big recognition part of my journey, because we've done a lot in the backyard and she's been with me every step of the way. And I want to say thank you to my coaches for believing in me, because I don't think I could say that I would be up here today when I was a freshman. And I just want to say thank you to my mom especially for being a role model to me. And thank you again.
In 2015, our next winner was the Suffolk County Girls Lacrosse Rookie of the Year. And 4 years later, she's an all-county player and an All-American. She's also the MVP of her team and says she owes a lot to her dad for being her first coach. She's also a 4-year varsity field hockey player, earning all-county and all-division honors. She was also a 5-year member of the winter track team. She's a member of the Key Club and the WISE Club. WISE stands for Women in Science and Engineering. In fact, she calls herself a science nerd. Her coach says this young lady makes a difference in each life she touches. Penn State offered her a lacrosse scholarship in 8th grade, and she took it. She had a 96 unweighted average from Riverhead High School. Say hello to Kayla Kilbasa.
Okay, so I'm just going to let everybody know I did not get the email that we had a speech, so I'm winging this, so bear with me. First off, I'd like to thank my field hockey coach who nominated me for this award, along with my track and lacrosse coaches. It's an honor to be here amongst all of you athletes. Thank you to News 12 and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for sponsoring the event. Most of all, I'd like to thank my dad and my mom as well. They've always believed in me and supported me in everything I've done. Like Kevin said, my dad was my first coach, so he holds a really special place in my heart, and we have a bond on and off the field that's just unbreakable. I'm so honored to be here tonight, and I cannot thank everyone enough. Finally, I'd like to wish all the student athletes good luck, and I know we'll all succeed in college and we'll go on to do great things. Thank you all very much.
Nice. We're getting to the point now where I tell them to stay here and they go, oh no. Perfect. So I was asking you when we met, you got any weird traditions or any superstitions? And I think you said something about braiding hair. Okay. So what's the deal? Okay.
So my younger sister Megan is a junior in high school, and we're very close. And before every game, I have to do her hair because it's good luck for her and me as well. So it's a little superstition.
Okay, so I have a 14-year-old daughter and a wife. And I know that even though they buy them by the millions, that those hairband things, whenever they want one, they can't find one. As I tell my wife, look in the car, they're under the seat. That's where they all are. So, for you, I bought you hairbands, because you'll never, I know you're gonna be looking for them at Penn State and you won't be able to find them. We got rainbow colors. Keep up the good work. Good job. Most people like to say the sky's the limit. For our next scholar athlete, the sky is the dream. She's currently taking flying lessons and wants to be a Navy fighter pilot and then become an astronaut. The people at Pearson High School will tell you she's already out of this world, and she just told me today she took her first solo flight. Again, what did you do when you were 18? She's an all-league basketball player who broke her wrist before the season, but came back and not only became the third girl in history to break 1,000 points at Pearson High School, she led her team to a league championship. She's also team captain for the past 2 years. And despite not really liking soccer in junior high, she joined the team in 10th grade and became an all-league goalie. She's an Honor Society volunteer, a social media intern at Sound Aircraft Services in East Hampton, and if you ask nicely, she'll pick you up and fly you to lunch in Nantucket, which she has been known to do during the school day. Mom and Dad told me that she does it. She had a 92 unweighted average and will attend Purdue University. Here's Katie Nealon from Pearson High School in Sag Harbor.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and congratulations. I'd like to start off by thanking Beth Page, Federal Credit Union, and News 12 for sponsoring this event. It's really lovely, so thank you. I'd also like to thank my parents, my dad for taking me to millions of basketball travel tournaments, and my mom for never putting the camera down, as you can see. And my coach, Kevin Barron, who has helped me since the beginning. When I was pulled up to varsity at a young age, I was pretty scared, but he helped me through all of that. And he's made basketball definitely the highlight of my high school. So, and congrats to everyone, so thank you.
So when I met Katie and I was talking to her parents who happened to be at her shoot, they brought up a really interesting tradition that we didn't know about at Pearson High School. Come here. So your dad's the assistant coach, right? And before every game, what did he do to the team?
So we have this bottle that he brought in one day, and he filled it with water. But it used to be, it was like a little perfume bottle. And he teaches 5th grade at an elementary school, so one of his students brought it in. But he filled it with water. But it used to be a perfume bottle, and it smells like...
Garbage.
It smells like garbage, yeah. It smells like, it's disgusting.
And he calls it?
Oh, he calls it predator spray.
Predator spray.
So I would go around and spray all the girls before all of our games.
No wonder why you won. Nobody played defense because you all smell like garbage.
With the predator spray. It would smell disgusting.
Right, so we cannot have you going to Purdue University smelling like predator spray, which is probably like a mix. I picture like motor oil and castor oil or something like that, Dad. So I had my 14-year-old daughter with me. I said, we have to get this girl something. So she recommended this. So we got you regular old spray that you can use, and it smells like flowers, and that will get rid of the predator spray, okay? No predator spray. If it smells bad, blame Kylie Marr. I'll give you her email address. So we're taking requests for Nantucket lunch? Is that what we're doing over there? Yeah? Kathy's buying. Okay, even though she said I was not her favorite sportscaster, I guess we'll still honor this young woman. She's an all-county tennis player and the #1 singles player at East Hampton High School for the past 3 seasons. She's also a 3-time softball captain and a 4-year starter in center field and shortstop. This year, she was so powerful at the plate, she swung so hard, she tore her shoulder, ending her varsity career. She's the senior class president and was vice president during her junior year. She volunteered at Maureen's Haven Homeless Shelter, and when she noticed that women's sports were not getting much coverage on TV and online, she started her own video blog. It's her take on all things sports and other stuff. It's called Fear Her More, and you can find it on YouTube and Instagram. Like it, she'll appreciate it. She had a 97 unweighted average and will head to Duke University from East Hampton High School. Here's Becca Cooperschmidt.
First off, congratulations to all the other Scholar athletes. It is an honor to be here in your presence. And to Kevin, I hope there are no hard feelings about that Jessica Mendoza incident. Let's just say she has nothing on your 12 Emmys.
We're best friends now.
So there are a couple people I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank News 12 and the Bethpage Federal Credit Union for the opportunity to accept this award. And I'm not sure if Dave is here, the cameraman, but we were talking about soccer all of my interview, and he mentioned that he was a Tottenham fan, and I said that I was a Liverpool fan, so I just wanted to send him my condolences because we destroyed them in the Champions League final. I would first like to thank my tennis coaches, Kevin and Alfredo, for all that they have done to make me the tennis player that I am and reminding me how much I love the game, even though after matches I would say, I want to quit right now. I would also like to thank my softball coaches, Kathy, Melanie, and Coach Brown, for their guidance and mentorship over the years. I would also like to give a major shout out to the athletic director, Joe Voss, for his nonstop support of our athletic teams and providing us with amazing uniforms and fields to play on. I would also like to give another major shout out to my athletic trainers for helping me become an even stronger athlete, because as they mentioned in the video, torn labrums are really not fun, like not in the slightest bit. As Kevin Durant put it perfectly, Mom, you the real MVP. I can't thank you enough for all the times you've dropped everything just to come cheer me on, even in the pouring rain. Thank you for providing me with a shoulder to cry on and an occasional, reliable, motivational butt slap when I need it most. And lastly, I would like to thank my dad, the man who wholeheartedly supports all of my endeavors on and off the field, the man who stays up with me till midnight watching the College World Series and the NBA Finals. No matter the sport, he's always more than willing to have a catch or kick a ball. And even though each practice would usually end in some sort of fight because either you didn't throw the ball the right way or you hit it too hard, you never had a second thought about practicing with me the next day. Most would call you insane, but when you have a heart as big as yours, it's just second nature. So thank you, Dad. I know I don't appreciate you enough, but thank you for everything.
So as we mentioned, Becca's going to Duke University. Now I went to Syracuse University, so I don't like Duke. And I watch every Syracuse-Duke basketball game, and they're awesome, and I root for the Orange, and they're great, and we have a national championship, and you have a lot more, but we won't discuss that. So at Duke, they have fans. They call them the Cameron Crazies. Has everybody seen the Cameron Crazies? So they look like this. They're all decked out in blue, and you can't really tell them all apart. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you something that's going to set you apart when you go to Duke University. I'm going to watch. There she is. There's my friend Becca. So I got you something that's really good. It's really awesome, and it's going to set you apart. It's a Syracuse University hat. So you're going to rock this. Okay? There you go. Looks great on you. Good job. Go Orange. Go Cuse. And we'll film a video for Dave, and we'll text him so you can bust him on soccer. Our next Scholar athlete has spent hours wondering if the cure for cystic fibrosis could be found by splicing a defective gene. She's also trying to do something about it. She's a genetic research assistant at Cold Spring Harbor Lab and has presented her findings to the lab's senior researchers. She's also studied genetically modified foods at Stony Brook University. She's a 6-year member of the tennis team and the top singles player for the past 2 years. And she leaves high school with a record of 51-13. In lacrosse, she's an all-conference player who set the school record as a junior by getting 10 points in a game. She was also an academic All-American. She plays the flute and is a member of the pep band, the marching band, and the symphonic band. She scored 1510 on the SAT and graduated with a 97 unweighted average. From Oyster Bay High School and going to Stanford University, please welcome Jessica Lane.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank Kevin Marr and News 12 for this incredible honor. When I look back on sports, I will always remember looking forward to the end of the school day so I could play tennis and lacrosse. If there's something I learned this season, it's that being part of a team is a privilege. Each practice and drill brought a smile to my face, and I'll always cherish all the intangibles of being part of a team. I'd like to thank Mr. Trentowski, Coach Rizzuto, and Coach Belillo for making my time playing sports unforgettable and for shaping me into the player and, most of all, person I am today. A special thank you to both of you for allowing me to pursue my academic interests in research. And I will always remember that on the day of my research presentation this spring at the Cold Spring Harbor Lab, the whole lacrosse team broke from practice to watch my presentation. It's the little things that mean everything. Like Rizzuto said, when you look back at high school lacrosse and you missed it, then he's done his job. Well, it's already been a week, and I already miss it. Thank you.
So we mentioned that there are legacies here tonight, and Jessica is one of them because a few years ago we honored your sister, Rebecca, and she is now where? At Stanford University as well. So congratulations to Mom and Dad, you're doing something well. But we have to send Rebecca a message to let her know that you're just as good as her now. So what I have for you is a letter for Rebecca. So we hand these out from time to time, and I want to read this. Come here, so you can hand this to her and let her know that the deal with you not being good enough is over, and Mr. Marr says it's over. So it says, "Dear Rebecca, we are sending you this letter to inform you that your sister Jessica has equaled your feat by becoming a News 12 Bethpage Federal Credit Union Scholar Athlete. This ends any and all advantages over Jessica you may have received in your household. Jessica is now entitled to, but not limited to, the following: your parents' equal and unconditional love, the same amount of presents for holidays and birthdays, her own Netflix account and icon, full use of all your hair care products, including straighteners, dryers, and curling irons, full use of all Snapchat filters. She gets the good spot on the couch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 50% of the space on the family DVR, including 30% for all Real Housewives of New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Orange County, and Beverly Hills, full-size candy bars, none of that fun-size garbage, and the home Wi-Fi password must be changed to contain the words, Jessica is and awesome. We trust that you'll do your best to comply with the above and welcome her to the News 12 BFCU Scholar Athlete family," and I signed it. So this is the deal. And just to prove, and I'm going to start the rules, you don't get fun size here. You get the real deal, okay? Good job. Give that to her. Welcome to the family. Only 2% of all Boy Scouts end up earning the highest honor, Eagle Scout. Our next scholar athlete is among that 2%. He's also a soccer captain earning all conference honors. He's also a 3-year varsity basketball player and a self-professed gym rat. He earned all conference honors in that sport as well. He was the trumpet section leader in the school band, but that's not the only horn he toots. He also plays the bugle at town events and for his Boy Scout troop. He was so highly thought of in school, he was asked to be a student representative on the committee that picked the new principal. He's also a member of the school's construction club and won the Student Star Award from State Senator Todd Kaminsky. He has a 95 unweighted average and aced the ACT. He'll attend Binghamton University. From East Rockaway High School, how about a nice hand for Christopher Levins?
Hello? Okay. So first off, I'd like to thank Kevin, the News 12 team, and Bethpage Federal Union for everything that they do. It's really a tremendous achievement to be here tonight with these 29 other phenomenal student athletes. I mean, I'm still amazed about flying planes for lunch and Jackson's science problems. I'm still like, I'll be in touch with you at Binghamton, by the way.
Smart kid.
I want to thank my athletic director, David Barth, for all that he does for me, always supporting me through soccer, basketball, whatever challenges they face in the school. And my basketball coach, Paul Collins, for taking over the program in 2017. And over the last 2 years, he's done a phenomenal job with the program. And I know he's going to have a long and successful career at East Rockaway. So I want to thank you for that. And I'd finally like to thank my parents for being my personal Uber since I was about 5 years old. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I could barely do it for my friends, but thank you. But it's really just an honor to be here, and I just want to thank everyone else for coming out. I mean, it's amazing to see all the things that you guys do. I know everyone's here is going to be successful in whatever they choose to do, whatever you decide to pursue. But thank you.
So another thing we did with the quizzes, and we did it, Kayla, I think we did it for you, there was somebody else. I asked the kids, if I give you $1, will you show me the most embarrassing thing on your cell phone? And they all did it. It's great. No. There's security out there, bro. There's snipers on the roof. You're not going anywhere. So I asked Chris to show me on his phone the most amazing thing, and we'll roll that video now, if you will. Yeah, I'm going to do it too. So this is him at Dairy Queen. So I said, give me the $1, and he took the $1. He was super happy. See, he took it. And so he's showing me Dairy Queen where they turned the Frosty upside down. He couldn't believe it. He thinks this is the most amazing science project in the history of science. I could watch this over and over. It's like you're looking at Halley's Comet or the Loch Ness Monster. Jackson, this is why going to need your help with science at Binghamton, okay? So I want you to relive this moment as many times as you can. So I got you a Dairy Queen $15 gift card, and you go knock your socks out, brother. Oh, hey, that's the best part. Your mom loves $15 at Dairy Queen. She loves the $1,000 check more, trust me. You don't pay tuition with Dairy Queen. Our next scholar athlete does not want to toot her own horn, but if she did, it would sound pretty good. She plays the saxophone and is a member of the jazz band. And there's a lot to toot about when it comes to her sports skills as well. She's a 2-year basketball captain, earning all league honors. This season, she led the team in scoring and rebounding, and its highest win total in 6 years. She was also a 4-year varsity tennis player. She helped her team win league and division championships. She earned all-county and all-state honors. During that all-state run, she went undefeated in first doubles and has a banner on the gym wall to prove it. She won a Suffolk County Zone Award for excellence in athletics and led her school's athletic leadership team. She's a volunteer youth basketball coach, raised money for breast cancer at the Play for Pink tennis tournament, and is a member of the Honor Society. From William Floyd High School, going to play basketball at Misericordia University, here's Haley Laughlin.
Hello, everybody. So I want to start off by thanking Bethpage Federal Credit Union and News 12 for this prestigious award. Throughout my time playing both tennis and basketball for William Floyd, I've learned countless lessons, made lifelong friends, and have encountered amazing coaches. For that, I have to thank William Floyd High School for always making me want to strive for more and for the amazing teachers I've met along the way. To my basketball coach, Richard Sinclair, thank you for being a good-hearted person who is willing to drop everything to help anybody with anything they need, and for letting me be the leader of the program for the past 2 years. The confidence you have gave me is part of the reason why I'll be continuing basketball at the collegiate level. I also want to thank you for nominating me for the scholarship and award, because without you, this achievement wouldn't have been possible. To my tennis coach, Dave Pia, I'll truly miss your quick remarks and pep talks on the bus. And thank you for always pushing me to be the best player I could be, believing me on countless occasions, and for putting up with me for the past 12 years. I know you're upset that I didn't decide to play tennis in college, but trust me when I say that tennis will always have a special place in my life, and that you haven't gotten rid of me just yet. I owe a huge thank you to the Parlato family. Coach Tony, thank you for believing in me since the day I first stepped foot in Clayton Huey for open gym just 11 short years ago. I'll never forget the day you and Coach Anthony welcomed me with open arms into the NYO family. Although Coach Anthony is no longer with us, I wanted to thank him for his kind heart and life lessons. Thank you, Coach Tony, for always welcoming me back to NYO, whether it's to coach the next generation or to practice. I can never repay you guys for everything you have done for me and for showing me that hard work does indeed beat talent. To my teammates, both past and present, thank you for pushing me every day in practice. A special thank you to Brooke Fernandez for making William Floyd history with me, Alyssa Drell for keeping my sanity this year, and a huge thank you to my best friend Cassidy Samuelson for creating endless memories on and off the basketball court, even though this year you made me lose my mind. Lastly, I have to thank my #1 fans, my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for driving me to thousands of practices and tournaments. Although it may never seem like it, I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I can't wait to hear you guys at Misericordia University next year.
So what I learned about Haley when I met her, we gave her the quiz and we asked her everything. We talked about the Kardashians, I remember, a little bit about that. And then I asked you, if I gave you a cupcake, would you eat the icing first or eat it normally? And you said? I'll eat the icing. Icing first. Where's Mom and Dad? Where's Mom and Dad? How have we raised this child? We cannot have this anymore. You can't go to college licking the ice cream anymore. We're too old, so we have to begin the rehabilitation tonight. So it starts right now. It's one day at a time. So I got you 12 mini cupcakes. One a month. You take one of these. We eat it normally, and you'll be good to go. Okay? There you go. Good job, Haley. Speaking of dessert, I promise we're almost there. One more. Imagine being born with only one functional kidney. Would you let it slow you down? The answer is no for our next winner. He's Long Island's most decorated male swimmer this season. He set 2 state records in the 200 individual medley and the 100-meter breaststroke. He was also named the best overall swimmer at the state meet. He leaves high school with 5 state titles to his name. He's a 3-time All-American swimmer and has already been invited to the 2020 Olympic trials. I like when we do that. Oh my God. Jay, man, good job. You got the ooh. I lost my place. So when he wins a medal, you can say you met him here at our banquet first. He also deserves a medal for driving an hour each day to practice 6 days a week. He's a member of the Global Club of the National Honor Society from Shoreham-Wading River High School and headed to the University of California, Berkeley. Say hello to Jason Lauser.
I need this step, so go ahead.
Oh, we got a tall one.
gotta flex at everyone. But obviously, I would like to first start off by thanking Kevin, News 12, and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for this just amazing opportunity. And I guess I'd also like to thank my parents, because they're not swimmers. We didn't really know about the sport of swimming, and not too many people really do. But we were watching the 2008 Olympics, and obviously everyone knows Michael Phelps, and we thought, oh, I'm like super long, maybe that'll help me, maybe.
Stop bragging.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a lengthy little boy, but yeah, that's pretty much what started me in swimming. And also the one kidney, my mom didn't tell me directly, but no football for me. But so yeah, that's how it all started. And I've just always gone to practice, and I've always enjoyed it. I've always looked through the sport as just being there with my friends, my second family, and it's worked out, I guess. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's just always just showing up and being persistent always, I guess, works. But I'd also like to thank Mark Passamonte, my athletic director at Shore and Wading River. We do not have a pool at my team, so I don't have to be at states. I mean, it's honestly up to him to pay for a coach for me to represent me at like meets and stuff like that. So I'm very thankful that he's giving me the opportunity to be a 5-time state champion. I could walk away with 0 state titles, but it's really all because of Mr. Passamonte. So I'd like to thank him for that. And I'd also like to thank all of my coaches for all of the just amazing patience, honestly, because I got a little attitude sometimes. So just the patience in and out of the pool, and like just always trying to make me better with my technique and my pace and all that stuff like that. So yeah, thank you, everyone.
So we mentioned we put those quizzes on Instagram and Twitter, and we keep track of how many people watched, all of you. We mentioned Jackson was the most clicked on news12.com. Jason was the most watched on Twitter. So for you, because you're so popular, even though you got a little bit of attitude, and you're so tall, Panera Bread, good job. You win. Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's continue on with our last round of Scholar Athletes. When the Connecticut High School senior class marches out for graduation, our next Scholar Athlete will lead them out as the school's valedictorian. There was no senioritis for this guy thanks to 6 AP classes during his senior year. He had a 99 unweighted average and scored 1440 on the SATs. He was also captain of the swimming and diving team and the Thunderbirds MVP. That's what happens when you qualify for the county championships 5 years in a row. He was all league in the 50-meter freestyle race that he called the gold standard of sprint swimming. He competed in the state championships in that race and also in the 100-meter backstroke. When he's not in the pool, you'll find him at the beach. He's a Town of Islip lifeguard. He competes for the Jones Beach Junior Lifeguarding Squad and was the MVP of that team as well. He'll attend Binghamton University in the fall. Here's Dylan Maseko from Connecticut High School.
Hello, everyone. I'd definitely like to thank Kevin, the Bethpage Federal Credit Union, and News 12 for providing me with this scholarship and this award. It really is a prestigious honor. I'd like to thank all of my coaches, Coach Alex, Coach Andy, Danny, Brittany. You've always been there for me, as well as all of my swimmer friends. They've really made the pool a second home. I know I can go there, practice any day, and really just forget about all the stresses that maybe school brings sometimes. I'd like to thank all of my classmates, because with all the work that I've taken on, I couldn't do it without them. The countless hours spent late up at night, 2 in the morning, doing group projects, and they're always willing to help me, so I have to thank them. I have to give a special thanks to my mom. She is my #1 supporter in the stands, in school, in pretty much everything. She's done and dropped everything she possibly can to help me in all of my endeavors. And I know I don't have to say this to all of you because all of you are very, very ambitious people. Never give up. I would never be here if I had stopped and maybe given myself a little bit of a break, even though I know my coach tells me to give myself a break all the time. But always keep moving forwards. Never stop, look in the past, and you will succeed and achieve great things. Once again, thank you and congratulations to all the athletes and students.
So this is our last up social media award because Dylan, your scholar quiz was the most viewed on Twitter. So good job by you. You get this, enjoy Chipotle. Take a break and enjoy Chipotle, okay? Chill out. Our next winner learned about what it takes to be a champion football player 11 years ago. That's when he was a ball boy for the Bellport High School football team. Aw, Liam, aw. For the last few years, he's been building a dynasty for West Hampton Beach in football, and that team has now become a dynasty out east. This year, he was the co-winner of the Hanson Award given to Suffolk County's best player. He rushed for more than 900 yards and scored 15 touchdowns. He led the Hurricanes to an unbeaten regular season, and as a junior, he helped the Hurricanes win their first ever Long Island Championship. He's also the greatest wrestler in West Hampton Beach history, amassing 171 wins, making multiple trips to the state championships. He also put up big numbers in the classroom with a 92 unweighted average, and he'll help the LIU Post football team make history by joining the team next year for its first season at the Division I level. Please welcome from West Hampton Beach High School, Liam McIntyre.
So the reason I took the picture is because Kevin actually did not make the trip out to West Hampton to see me, which I was kind of upset about. I know he's a big deal. He's a big deal with all the Emmys and everything, so I needed to get the picture. But seriously, I want to say thank you to Kevin, News 12, Beth Page. It's a big honor with a lot of very prestigious kids here. I didn't realize how big it was until I heard about all the accolades and achievements of the other kids in the room. So congratulations to everybody else. It's a huge award. I want to thank my parents, coaches, family, friends, teammates. I've had an unreal support system for the past 18 years. It's been an unbelievable career at West Hampton for 6 years. I've been a part of multiple county championships, big games, big wins, big matches, but the relationships and friendships that I've made is really what's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. So I want to say thank you again to everyone at West Hampton. It's my second home now, and I really appreciate all the support. Thank you.
I didn't make the trip, so he's got to take the Emmy, apparently. Oh, here. I have your $1,000 check that you forgot. 1, 2, 3. That worked out so well. I was going to have to get Coach Sham, stand up for a sec. I was going to have to get Big Coach involved. I thought to take that Emmy away from you, but I'm glad I don't have to. From the pool to the quiz bowl to the orchestra, our next scholar athlete is not afraid to jump in and go all out. He started swimming when he was 8 years old and is now a member of the Half Hollow Hills dynasty. He's earned all league honors every year and became an all-county swimmer who specializes in distance races. He was named captain during his junior year and went on to compete in state championships. He also competes for the science research team and is vice president of that squad. One of the projects he worked on was breaking down protein complexes and purifying them with the hopes of finding a cure for HIV and AIDS. He spent the past 2 summers working at Stony Brook University's labs, and he's all about that bass. Actually, he's all about the double bass, because he was selected to play in the All-State Music Festival. He's also secretary of the school's chamber orchestra and vice president of the Honor Society. From Half Hollow Hills East High School and heading to Brown University in the fall, please welcome Matthew Park.
I guess I'd first like to thank News 12 and the Beth Page Federal Credit Union for having me and giving me the opportunity to be here. It's truly an honor, and it's humbling to be given the same award as such an amazing group of students. I'd also like to thank my parents for enabling me to achieve everything I have in my life and just being the pillar of support in everything that I do. Words can't even describe how much I appreciate the unconditional love and care that they give me. I'd also like to thank my coaches and teammates for just showing me support and just making me come back every day and continue to swim. And lastly, I'd like to thank the one above, God. Through all the ups and downs of my life, He's been there for me, and He reminds me to just appreciate everything I have, and He never fails to humble me. Thank you.
So Matt is our other legacy winner because we honored his brother a couple years ago. I think 2 years ago, Mom and Dad, it was about 2 years ago, his brother Alex. So I have a letter to give to Alex. Now it has to be a little bit different, obviously, because I don't think you really care about Alex's hair care products or the Real Housewives. So I adjusted yours, and I'm going to read it to you so Alex knows exactly what's going on. I'll skip the whole part, about earning all the same accolades. So Matt, according to this letter signed by me, so it's totally official, is now entitled to, but not limited to, the following: your parents' equal and unconditional love and the same amount of presents on holidays and birthdays. You get unlimited text messaging. You get full use of the TV remote controls on Monday, Tuesday, and Saturdays. You get showers lasting at least 15 minutes. You're guaranteed a seat at the big table for all major celebrations. You get the full-size candy bars, and at least 3 times a month, he must greet you with the following phrase: "Good morning, my scholar athlete sibling." So you hand this to him. And also, no fun-sized junk. There you go. All right. Our next scholar athlete said she picked up a field hockey stick in 4th grade and fell in love with the sport. That love affair helped the Carl Place Frogs make it to the state championship game this year. Of their 11 wins, 8 were shutouts. And she was a 2-time all-county player and earned all-state honors. But this young lady is a 3-sport star. She's also captain of the basketball team, earning all-county honors, and this season she led the Frogs to the state tournament in that sport. She's also captain of the lacrosse team, earning all-conference honors. She's in the National Honor Society, vice president of the Italian Honor Society, and a member of the Nassau County Athletic Advisory Committee. She's a CYO basketball coach, secretary of the student organization, and she'll continue to play field hockey at Adelphi University. Please welcome a fierce, fighting Carl Place Frog, Gianna McKeough.
Good evening. I am honored to be here today. Thank you to News 12 and the Bethpage Federal Credit Union for this generous scholarship. I would not have achieved this honor without my coaches, teachers, athletic director, and of course, my parents. I will forever cherish the memories I have made on the field and court. The life lessons I have learned and the friendships I have gained have been the most rewarding part of my high school career. I can go on forever about all the amazing opportunities and lessons learned from being a 3-sport scholar athlete at Carl Place, but we don't have time, so I will leave it at this. I am forever grateful and thankful to have represented Carl Place by receiving this prestigious award.
Lots of high school kids play video games. Our next scholar athlete designed his own. He also showed me how to conduct electricity through a piece of clay and claims he can also do it through hot dogs. He's in the coding club, the robotics club, and the philosophy club. His philosophy on the track is to do it all and to do it well. He's a 2-time Long Island pentathlon champion, and as a junior, he won the state championship and had the highest pentathlon score in the nation. And this weekend, he won the state championship again. He was also a 4-year varsity starter in volleyball. He made the all-county team and was named by Newsday as a player to watch. He had a 94 unweighted average and scored 32 on the ACT from Walt Whitman High School, going to the University of Chicago. Please welcome Jack Poplawski.
Excuse me, sorry. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to take this time to personally congratulate all the student athletes in this room tonight on all their accomplishments, both on and off the field. I'd also like to wish you guys luck in all your academic and athletic endeavors moving forward. Furthermore, I'd like to thank News 12, Kevin, BFCU for hosting and organizing the special event tonight where everyone's able to come and celebrate together. Moving on, I'd like to thank my parents, my sister, for being great role models for me growing up and supporting me in all my academic and athletic endeavors. I'd also, for those not here and those also here, I'm talking to you guys watching at home or on YouTube or whatever. I'd like to thank my girlfriend, school administration, teachers, coaches, family, classmates, competitors, for all their continued support. And without any of you guys, none of this would be possible. Looking back to my time on the court and on the track, I'm glad to have made so many memories with so many friends along the way, and there'll be memories that I'll hold on to for a lifetime. It's also a bittersweet feeling to rest assured knowing that I left everything out on the volleyball court and the track. Despite all the injuries that I've acquired through my career, along with the few heartbreaking losses and all the hard training by myself and with my teammates, it was definitely more than worth it. Thank you.
So I'm so impressed with Jack. I loved his video game that he was showing me, and we played it. I think I did okay. It was all right. I did well. It was fine. But it really was really cool to see him take the little clay thing and hook it all up, and the light went on. I was so impressed. Like electrical engineering, I didn't do any of that stuff. And then he said, yeah, I could do it with hot dogs, too. I was like, really? You could do it with hot dogs? So we live in a hurricane area, as we all well know. Just in case, I don't know about how the Poplaski house is, just in case the power goes out, you're all set. You have hot dogs. So Jack can rewire the home. Oh, rewire the home, thank you. And there we go. So there you go. Just in case, okay? Good job. I got the soubrettes too, the good ones. None of that ballpark garbage. There you go. Our next scholar athlete is proof that good things happen in threes. As a varsity field hockey player, she won 3 Suffolk County championships, 3 Long Island championships, and played in 3 state tournaments. As a junior, she led her team to a state championship and scored the game-winning goal in the semifinals. She was Newsday's Field Hockey Player of the Year. She also helped her lacrosse team make the county playoffs every season. She earned all tournament and all division honors, and she'll keep playing lacrosse next year at Cornell University. She's vice president of the student athlete leadership team. She's also active in her church youth ministry and served as an elf at the 3 Village Inn's annual Christmas brunch. I saw the movie Elf. That's like a totally big deal. Now I can say, like, I know you. Her coach calls her the best of the best. Her 1420 on the SAT is pretty good, too. From Ward Melville High School, here is Alexis Reinhardt.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to News 12, Bethpage Federal Credit Union, and Kevin. He's pretty funny, so makes for a good night. It's really an honor to be surrounded by all of you. Congratulations on all of your accolades. I'd like to say thank you to my athletic director, Peter Mallory, for everything he does for all of our sports here at Ward Melville. I'd also like to say a special thank you to my coach over there, Coach Watson. After just 1 season of playing middle school field hockey, she took me up to varsity and taught me everything there is to know about field hockey, so it was really special. And under her guidance, we went to states 3 times, finally securing the hardware the 3rd time, so that was fun. And I'd like to say thank you to my parents. They've truly given me everything I needed in life for success. So thank you. They've given up every summer for lacrosse tournaments, taken me everywhere, kind of helped me chill out if I was stressing about all the academics. So owe it all to them. Thank you.
The Northport girls volleyball team had an amazing season this fall. The Tigers went from 3 wins last year to 13 this season and a trip to the county finals. This young lady had a big hand in that. She made the All-State team and was the League II MVP. Her 203 kills were the 3rd most in Suffolk County this season. She's also All-State and All-Long Island in the pentathlon. She holds the school record in that event and also in the javelin throw. And this weekend, she came in 3rd in the state meet. She's captain of the track teams. She's a volunteer at the Northport Running Club and a Gold Key winner for her photography. She leaves high school as an AP scholar with distinction. She has a 4.0 GPA and scored 1430 on the SAT. She will attend the University of Chicago. From Northport High School, here is Sydney Rome.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank Bethpage Federal Credit Union and News 12 for hosting and sponsoring this event. It's such an incredible honor to be up here. Actually, 5 years ago, my brother won this award, and he's really been quite a role model, and I've always wanted to be up here. I'd like to thank my coaches, all of them, but mostly my track coach, Coach Ziva. Thank you so much for all the countless hours you've put in after practice, extra practices, all the bus rides to extra meets to get heptathlon marks. It's a lot, doing 7 events. I'd like to thank my athletic director for really making Northport and the community such an incredible place for a student athlete. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my boyfriend, my parents, really my parents. My mom's driven me all over the place for travel volleyball. My dad's driven me all over the place for track. Hasn't missed a single dinner, ever. And he's always there with a camera. So really, thank you so much.
So when we gave Sydney the quiz, we had a Frozen theme. Why do we have, because it was winter, I think, right? And all that stuff, so we talked about Frozen. And I said the best thing you could drink on a cold day is what? She said, hot chocolate with extra marshmallows. So I got you, hot Swiss Miss Marshmallow Madness hot chocolate. And you can enjoy that anytime.
Are they different colors?
They're different, I don't go, what do you think I do, plain marshmallows? We go rainbow marshmallows. So congratulations to her. If you're paying attention, and I know you are, this seems to be the year of the girls lacrosse player at our banquet, and this honoree is another one of them. She's a 5-year varsity player on a team that combines 2 high schools. She's a captain and an all-county player. She helped her team make the state finals in 2017, and colleges have been recruiting her since 8th grade. She's also a 2-time all-county field hockey player and captain of that team as well. Off the field, she's captained a team that raised money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation and led the charge to stuff a bus to help the Make-A-Wish Foundation. She was a freshman orientation mentor and interned at the Suffolk County Legislature. She had a 99 unweighted average while taking 11 advanced placement courses. Northwestern, Johns Hopkins, Michigan, and Boston College all wanted her for their lacrosse teams. She picked Cornell. From Center Reach High School, please welcome Sophie Aloyas.
Good evening, everyone. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be recognized tonight for such a prestigious award. Thank you to Mr. Kevin Marr, News 12, and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for dedicating your time and resources to honor myself and these fellow student athletes. Athletics has presented me with opportunities I could have never imagined. I have met individuals, both teammates and coaches, who I am sure will remain a part of my life forever. I have learned the valuable lesson of self-discipline, the importance of listening, and that there is power in people who dream big and work hard. I would like to extend a few thank yous tonight to people who have helped my dream become a reality, as I am eternally grateful to continue my athletic career at an Ivy League institution. My athletic director, Mr. Joseph Mercado, who has absolutely transformed the athletic department of Middle Country and only continues to do so. Thank you for always doing all you can to ensure your athletes receive nothing but the best. It does not go unnoticed. I would also like to thank my varsity field hockey coach, Ms. Sandra Kristen. Thank you for all your pregame pep talks and for always believing in me. Your wisdom and positivity is contagious, and it is something I truly admire. To my parents, 2 extremely successful individuals who have set the bar high, thank you for being my biggest fans. I'm not sure if I say it enough, but thank you. If I could grow to be only half as accomplished as you 2 are, I would be content. And lastly, to my fellow student athletes, congratulations on the honor you are all receiving tonight. As we enter the next chapter of our lives, I would like to add that your future hasn't been written yet. In fact, no one's has. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Dream big, work hard, and make your future one that you and others will remember. Thank you.
So I mentioned our student takeover segment that Greg did so well. Sophie also did a great job at it. In fact, I didn't even realize you were the one doing it when we went to the high school. So I knew we were in good hands after they told me. And I'd like to show you just a little bit of her work as we sort of make her another honorary News 12 employee.
I'm Sophie Lois, a midfielder on Middle Country Girls Lacrosse. Come meet my team. A real journalist always comes prepared. Jen, if you could pick any artist and any song to do a duet with, who are you picking and what are we singing? Lady Gaga, Shallow. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive. I'm here with defender Emily Tamarki. We have a bunch of nicknames on our team. Who has the weirdest nickname?
Probably Amanda. Her name's Mandy.
How is that weird? Elbon, Nard, Shia, Keisha,
H-Growl, Mandy Girl,
Sid Kid,
Laz.
That's a look at my team. Hope you guys had fun. Back to you in the studio.
Mandy, we got to work on Mandy, but you did a heck of a job. So you, like Greg, are an honorary News 12 employee now. So you get the News 12 book and the News 12 shirt. Good job. Good job. Okay, final five. Here we go. Our next scholar athlete not only loves dogs, she volunteers at North Shore Animal League, and last year she was named the Teen Volunteer of the Year. As a junior, she was Long Island's leading scorer in girls lacrosse. This season, she piled up more goals, including the 250th of her varsity career. She's also an all-county soccer player that led her team to 2 trips to the state tournament, and this year she was nominated for all-state consideration. She's also a 4-year varsity basketball player, earning all-conference and all-county honors. Her coach called her the highest character athlete she's ever had in her 12-year career. She also volunteers for a program called Hand in Hand, where she teaches and plays with kids from New York City homeless shelters every other week. She's treasurer of the Spanish Club and a member of the Key Club, and she'll play lacrosse for Tufts University next season from the Wheatley School. Here is Samantha Sammy Rothstein.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here tonight and to be considered among all of the student athletes in this room. Firstly, I'd like to thank Kevin and News 12 and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for this award and for making this night possible. I'd also like to thank my family, friends, and coaches for all of their support. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish all of my successes without my basketball coach, Regala, my lacrosse coach, Stein, and our athletic director, Mr. Scatoro. Also, I would like to thank my brother, who I always get compared to because he also went to Tufts, but he got nominated for this award 6 years ago and didn't get it, so I'm officially the better child. Throughout my high school career, my coaches have always taught me that with hard work, anything is achievable. It is what you do when no one is watching that sets you apart from others. I know that what I have learned on the field will translate and help me in all aspects of my life as I move on to studying college. Lastly, I would like to congratulate everyone else here tonight. Thank you.
So I just think it's really cool when Sam told me that she was the Teenage Volunteer of the Year at North Shore Animal League. It's a great place. It helps so many animals. I'm a big Howard Stern fan, so I know they really support it, so congratulations. I tried to get you a mug that said like Dog Mom, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So instead I got you doggy socks. You got a Chihuahua. This one says Let's Fiesta. And then I don't know what breed this is, but I just thought it was kind of cute. So there you go. Wear them well. Okay, you've already met a big guy who likes to throw things. Now meet a big guy who likes to smush them. In fact, his nickname is Smushy. He spent 3 years smushing defenders for the Mount Sinai football team and helped his team make the county finals this season. He was the Mustangs captain, made the all-division team, and was also named a Newsday player to watch. He's also a 3-year member of the varsity track team, earning all-league honors in the shot put, and Mr. Ray, we didn't damage the gym. I promise you we didn't damage it in the making of this video. He doesn't like to toot his own horn, but he certainly can. He's in the Music Honor Society, the concert band, the jazz band, and the brass ensemble. He's also a member of the Mathletes team and a self-taught Rubik's Cube whiz. Look at that. He scored 1530 on the SAT and ranked 4th in his class with a 97 average. He'll head to Hamilton College in the fall. Here's Ryan Smolarski.
Good evening, everybody. First, I would like to thank those at News 12 who selected me to be a member of this prestigious group of people. I would also like to thank Bethpage Federal Credit Union for their great generosity with regards to the scholarship and award. I would also like to thank everybody who has helped me get to this point in my life. I would like to thank my mom for everything she's done for me, driving me to practices, camps, or anywhere else I needed to be, and for being my #1 fan on the sidelines. I'd like to thank my dad for being at every game despite the hard work schedule he has with having to drive into the city, and for being my lifting partner whenever I don't have anybody to go with. I'd also like to thank my coaches throughout my sports, Coach Amarato, Coach G. Orlando, Coach Armstrong, Coach DeWitt, and Coach Grossman, for the amazing commitment they've made to coaching me and my teammates, and also for the many lessons they've taught me over the years. I'd like to thank my athletic director, Mr. Ray, for providing me and my teammates with the necessary equipment, the necessary facilities in order for us to play the sports that we love. And one last thank you, I'd like to shout out my sister, Rachel. One thing that many people don't know about my sister is that she actually has an autoimmune disease that she struggles with every day. And she's taught me many things when it comes to grit, tenacity, determination, compassion. She basically is a huge role model in my life, and I really love her. So I love you, Rach, and thank you.
By the way, give it up for Smushy for rocking the bow tie. Looks good. Come here for a sec. Now, when we met Smushy back in, I think it was November or whatever, and it was football season, he had the beard going on, and I said, does Mom like the beard? And you said, not the big fan of it. So, Mom, do you like the beard? You love the beard. Okay, this is going to get awkward then. Figured like most moms, she would say no. But anyway, should your mother just have an enormous change of heart, you got shaving cream, and you got 5 razors to take care of that thing, all right? Take them to Hamilton. Enjoy. Thank you. See you, bud. I thought for sure she would say no. I even wrote it on the thing. It says, Mom will say no. Some runners like to go the distance. Others like to go the distance and jump over large pools of water in the steeplechase. No one at Farmingdale High School does the steeplechase better than this guy. He's the school record holder and recently won the county championship. He also runs the mile and 2-mile races, earning all county honors, and he was also all county and all conference in cross country and MVP of his roller hockey team. He also is tough to catch in the classroom with a 95 unweighted average. He's in the Key Club, the Italian Honor Society, and the Varsity Leaders Club. He's also a youth hockey coach. And his next stop is the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute outside Albany. From Farmingdale High School, here is Patrick Smith.
I would first like to thank News 12 and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for making this banquet possible. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to get this award. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank my family, because without them, I definitely would not be here. Thank you for all the support you guys have given me throughout these 18 years of my life. I want to thank my teammates and coaches, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Lundino, Mr. Henning, and Mr. Boyd, for their continued support throughout my athletic career. Going into track and running in general, I never knew I'd be able to make such good friends running around in circles and running through a bike path for the past 4 years of my life. I can honestly say it was the best decision of my life. I would like to thank all the faculty and staff at Farmingdale High School for their continued support and helping me with my academic success. I'm honored to even be considered to be chosen for this prestigious award, let alone actually receive the award. Being in this room surrounded by such amazing individuals really gives me hope for the future. I believe my fellow scholar athletes truly represent how important it is to be involved in extracurricular activities and how it contributes to academic success. I'm I know everyone in this room will go on to have tremendous success in all facets of their life. Once again, I would like to say thank you for this generous award.
Okay, if we took our Catholic League quarterback of the year and combined him with our Hanson Award winner, our football offense would be so unstoppable. He is the Gatorade New York State Football Player of the Year and a finalist for Nassau County Player of the Year. He was also undefeated as a high school football player, helping his team to a 3-year, 36-0 record and 3 Long Island championships. He broke every rushing and scoring record at Garden City High School. He's also a 3-year varsity lacrosse player, a team captain, and won 2 Long Island championships in that sport as well. His hidden talent comes in the band room, where he plays the French horn. He said a lot of his friends quit the band in 8th grade, but Mom made him stick with it. Good job, Mom. And he says, this is the best part, Mom, it's the best decision. He's a member of the school leaders club and a youth football coach. He has a 92 unweighted average and will attend Brown University in the fall. From Garden City High School, here is Trevor Yaboa Cody.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone here at News 12 and Kevin and Bethpage Federal Credit Union for giving me this award. Also, I'd like to thank my parents, my teammates, my coaches, Coach Anninger and Coach Fennell, and my athletic director, Mrs. Cerrone, for believing in me and all of my abilities. This has definitely been a great 4 years, an experience that I never forget. I'd like to thank my teachers, my friends, my community for this award. And getting this award is a great honor, and I am fully grateful to receive it. Thank you, and have a great evening.
So, I've actually never drank Gatorade with the Gatorade State Football Player of the Year, and I think I got it right. I said, what's your favorite flavor of Gatorade? You said? And it's the Glacier Freeze Frost thing. So there you go, an 8-pack, my man. Thank you. There you go, congratulations. Good job. Okay, last one. Then another little twist to the evening, but we'll get to this one first. The folks here at the mansion asked us if we wanted a dance floor at our banquet, which would have been awesome. If I asked our next winner, she would have said absolutely put one down. That's because she's a dancer and a choreographer, and she put together this routine at her school's Spirit Night. She also put together one heck of a track career. She set the school record in the high jump, clearing 5 foot 6 inches. She's been the county champ for 2 of the past 3 years, and she finished 2nd in the state meet. Even the boys at her school ask her for help in the high jump, and they call her Coach O. She's a sprinter and a relay team anchor. She was also a 3-year varsity soccer player. She's a member of the GEMS Club, which stands for Girls in Engineering, Math, and Science, and she sits on the Rockville Center Youth Council and was a member of the Girl Scouts. She had a 98 unweighted average and scored 1210 on the SAT. From Southside High School, how about a nice hand for Olivia Rodriguez?
Good evening. I am so grateful to be here tonight among such talented and dedicated individuals to receive this prestigious award. I would like to congratulate my fellow student athletes on their many achievements and wish you all the best on your future endeavors. I would first like to thank Kevin Marr and the News 12 community for this celebratory evening. Also, Bethpage Federal Credit Union for the generous scholarship. It is important that I thank my school's athletic director, Ms. Rossetto, for her enthusiasm and attention towards all athletes at Southside. I want to thank my coaches from all 3 seasons, soccer, winter track and field, and spring track and field, especially Coach Bosch, who is here tonight. I truly did not know where I'd be without his constant encouragement and countless hours of coaching and guidance. Bosch not only helped me grow as an athlete, but also provided support for my 4 years as a student athlete. I'm so grateful for his time he has spent into helping me improve my technique and jumps. His commitment to coach and guide me through state championship meets at Binghamton, Syracuse, Middletown, and Staten Island has been greatly appreciated. I also must thank my older sister, who was a high jumper and encouraged me to follow in her footsteps. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude towards my parents for their support at all my games and meets. They have encouraged and allowed me to pursue amazing athletic opportunities for the past 11 years, and I am forever grateful. Thank you.
So it's been a fun evening, and thank you so much. We ran late, so thank you so much for sticking with us, and I hope everybody had a good time. The fun is not over yet. Everybody got a $1,000 scholarship from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, and again, thank you to the fine folks from Bethpage Federal Credit Union for those. I don't take credit for the Scholar Athlete Award. It was started by a man named Bob Wolf. Bob was the original sports director at News 12 Long Island. For our Scholar Athletes, ask your parents. They probably watch Bob. Bob was the most amazing sportscaster in the history of sportscasters. He's in every Hall of Fame. He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. He's in the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield. He was the voice of the Knicks. He was the voice of the Rangers. He was the voice of Madison Square Garden. He called Don Larson's perfect game. His career lasted until really the day he died at 96 years old. He never came off the payroll at News 12. That's how dedicated he was. He was a great man. I miss him terribly. I do want to say that he was a champion of this award, and he really was the one that instilled in me to care about it and to care about all of you. And a few years ago, while Bob was still with us, we had this idea to create the Bob Wolf Memorial Scholarships. So we have 2 more awards to hand out. This is the most difficult part of being in charge of this award, because how do you choose from 30 great kids? They're all outstanding. You can pick any single one. If I asked anybody in here to pick the 2 they like best and not your children, you would pick 2 different ones. So there's just something about these 2. When we met them, we just really enjoyed them, and they had those nuggets that we were looking for that kind of set them apart from everybody. We love all of you, and we want great things from all of you. These 2 just stood out to us. So it's time to present the Bob Wolf Memorial Scholarships, and we'll do that right now. So I'd like to call up first Joshua Martin from Plainview JFK High School. And Josh, kind of same thing with the other Scholar Athlete. You cannot take that to the bank. Okay, you can't try and deposit that or anything else like that. It's not going to work. You can put it in your room, whatever the case may be. We have 1 more to give out, and I'd like to call up Katie Nealon from Pearson High School. And Josh and Katie, I'll catch up with you after the banquet. We'll tell you how those work. That's a wrap, folks. We really went long, and I really appreciate everybody for sticking with us. I hope we came through, that this was the most fun formal banquet you went to and a great way to cap off your senior year. So thank you very much, and good night.